Okay. And that's spam. All right, back to business. So the abs today are going to be 2 rounds. Uh, lunges. I kind of want to do reverse lunges because we don't do that often, and I love them. So we're going to go reverse lunges. 1, 2. We're going to do 50 of those. Do 2 rounds, 50 of those, and then we're going to do 25 reverse crunches. We're reversing everything today. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put your arms wherever you want. I just want to make sure you're not pushing yourself up with your arms. Here. Okay. So, the other thing that I would say is if you have a couple of extra minutes, then run, jog a 400 to 600 meter. So, around the block. Or if you're out in the country, you can run a quarter of the way to the next section and come back home and do round 2. So after each round, do a run if you have time. All right, let's get rolling. Let's take it to upward reach and forward fold. Let's step back into our plank, leading with the left foot. Little push up into cobra. Just get our blood flowing. Sit back into our child's pose. Release into our box, round into the cat. Down into the cow. Come to a neutral spine. Take our right hand and left leg out. Keeping those hips parallel to the ground. Switch to the other side. Let's release that. Push back into downward facing dog. Bend the right knee, press the left heel to the floor. And switch to the other side. Switch again. And again. Both heels down. Right heel up into the air, high as we can. Let's switch to the other side. Both heels down. Walk our feet into our hands, into our forward bend. Right heel up. Let's release it into warrior 3. One down. Release it on down. Left leg up. Warrior 3. On down. Release down. Head comes up, arms switching all the way up into upward reach. Into chair. Upward reach. And chair. Upward reach. Chair. Upward reach. Forward fold. Step back into our plank. Right foot leading this time. Little push up into cobra. And sit back into our child's pose. Let's release into our box, round into the cat. And down into the cow. Neutral spine. Right hand, left leg. Bring that elbow to our knee. switch. Elbow to knee. Out. Release. Let's push back into downward facing dog. Right heel up into the air, high as we can. Switch into the other side. And release. Bend the right knee, press the left heel to the floor. Switch. Both heels down. Walk our feet into our hands, into our forward bend. Right heel up behind us. We're going to take it out to an airplane, warrior three. Release it on down. Leg comes down. Left leg comes up. Airplane, warrior three. Release, hands down. Leg comes down. Head comes up, arms to a T, all the way up into upward reach. And garland. And upward reach. Garland. Upward reach. Garland. Upward reach. Garland. Upward reach. Garland. Upward reach. Forward fold. Step back into our plank with our left foot leading. Low push up into cobra. Sit back into our child's pose. Release into our blocks, round into the cat. And down into the cow. Come to a neutral spine. Right hand, left leg. Knee to elbow. Out. Knee to elbow. Out. Switch sides. Give it some motion. Test that balance. And release. Push back into downward facing dog. Right heel up into the air, high as we can. Switch to the other side. And switch again. Drop that heel back behind us. Stack those hips. Stretch that. Stretch those obliques. Back to down dog split. And switch. Heel back behind us. Oh yeah. Stretch that hip. Stretch those obliques. And that. And back to down dog split. And release it on down. Walk our feet into our hands. Into our forward fold. Right heel up. This time we're going warrior three back behind us. Release it on down. And bringing that leg down. So, right, left leg. And arms back behind us. Think of that hood ornament. And hands back down. Leg back down. Head comes up. Arms to a T. All the way up into upward reach. And chair. Upward reach. And chair. Upward upward reach. Garland, coming at you. Upward reach. Garland, 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 upward reach. And bring it on down. We're going to bring that right heel up. Whew. Got blood flowing now. Okay, we're going to take it to that Warrior 3 series. Out. To a T. And that behind us. Swing it back through. And upward reach. Big breath in. Upward reach. And left heel up. Left knee up. Bring it back through. Warrior 3 series. And to a T. Back behind us. Through. Control. And upward reach. Woo! Good balance work. Down into our forward fold. Relax that neck. Let's walk those fingers out to a flat back. Really pushing that hiney back. Let's get back so you can see all of me. Release it on down. Right hand stays down, left hand comes up. And switch to the other side. Both hands down. Interlace our hands back behind us. Raise those arms up. Arms back down, shoulders coming back. Stretch through the front of that chest. Release it on down. Right hand stays down, left hand comes in behind us. Switch to the other side. Both hands down. Head comes up, arms to a T, all the way up into upward reach. Release down into down. You take that right hand down our right side. Oh, curl over towards the right. Let's take the tips out. And switch tips. And back to the center. Big arm sweep. And upward reach. Interlace those fingers. Stretch it to the right. To the left. Back behind us. Chin goes up to the ceiling. And curl it forward into that C. Big arm sweep up. Into our forward fold. Step back into our plank. Lead with the right foot. You're going to take it into a low push-up hold. And we'll release on down to the mat. We'll take our arms back behind us. Reach for those feet. Come up into our bow. Let's release it on down. Arms come out to a T. I'm going to walk you through this one. We're going to take our right arm up underneath us. Left arm is going to come around and reach for our bottom or right foot. Okay? We're going to roll those shoulders back down to the floor. You're going to get a hip stretch out of this. And how much stretch you want depends on where you put this top leg. Okay? So you move that top leg around to adjust your stretch. My hips apparently are not super tight today, so I'm not getting a whole bunch out of this. But I am getting a little bit. Just a little bit through that hip flexor. All right, let's switch to the other side. So this time the left arm's kind of swinging through. This one's kind of complicated. You gotta really figure out where you're gonna be on your mat so you don't wind up just laying on the floor, and that kind of stinks. Okay, so you're gonna reach back with the right hand for that left foot, left or bottom foot. Oh, and rotate those shoulders back around to the floor. And again, adjusting that top leg wherever you want it to get. Now this hip, much tighter. So I'm getting a lot more out of that stretch. release that back to our original position, down on our tummy, arms out to a T. We'll bring our right hand in by our chest and press over towards that left arm. Move that stretch up to our shoulders. We're going to switch to the other side. We'll release it back to the center, press up into our and sit back into a child's pose. Scoot up so I don't go out of frame. Release into our box. Round into the cat. We're going to come to a neutral spine and we're going to thread that needle. So take our right arm through. Release and switch to the other side. Left arm comes through. We're going to release it back to the center. We're going to shift those hips out to the right. This one's kind of harder to see from this side, so I'll switch this direction. We'll switch our hips. We're just taking them out to the left. This time we really are throwing that hip out. Getting that stretch on the outside of the hips. And now we'll take it back to the other side again. And switch. And circle around. Oh, just circling those hips around. That feels good. And sit back into our child's pose again. Releasing into our box. Right hand, left leg come out. Make a little core work in this one. Knee to elbow. Out. In. Out. Out. In. Out. In and out. Switch to the other side. Take it in. Out. 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 My crabby knee is having time. In. Out. In. release it back down. This time I just want to take the leg out. Need a nose. Out. Hold. We're not way up here. We're right parallel. Okay? Not jerking those hips out to the side. And we know how it feels because we just did that. Let's release that, switch to the other side. In. Out. Out. In. Out. Out. Out and hold. Little heart rate spikes. Let's release it. We're going to push back into downward facing dog. We're going to take our right heel up into the air, high as we can. We're going to slow this down and work on this just a little bit. We're going to bring that knee in. See how I come up on my toe, lifting my hips up to give room for that foot to come all the way on through. Okay? So we're going to work on our swing through. Just a minute this morning. So, coming back here, up to here. All right? So we come up on that toe on the back foot, really creating space for that leg to swing all the way on through, pushing away with those arms, and bring that foot all the way on deep. Whew! That's kind of hard if you break it down like that. All right, let's take it back through one more time. And switch to the other side. Then we'll come up on that toe. Knee comes into our chest as far as we can bring it. And we step it on through. Big breath. Okay? So we're going to reverse that. And we'll pull that knee on up. Push back into our down dog split. All right. Just a little bit. I know we do this a lot, but we haven't ever really broken it down. So, up and on our toe. Knee comes in as high as we can get it to our nose. And step that foot on through. Okay? Now, we're going to take it back. And back into our down dog split. And back into our down dog. Big breath here. All right, let's take it back up. Right foot. We're going to do that swing all the way on through. Hopefully you have your towel. We're going to drop that back knee down to the mat and push those hips down towards the mat. One breath here. Both hands come to the inside of our feet and push those hips on down. Back to a 90 on the back leg, straighten that front leg out in front of us. Hinge down over that knee. that hamstring get long. Now, Gina. Moving on. Let's transition into pigeon. Here we go. Bring it all the way on down. It's gonna get into our super deep hamstring stretch, but that's probably best done Tuesday night. Let's release that back to our low lunge. Push back into that back toe. Not completely straightening our front leg, just pushing back into that back toe for a second. And bring it on back into downward facing dog. Big breath here. Left heel up into the air as we can. And our daily practice technique, swing that leg all the way up through. Drop your towel underneath your back knee and push those hips down towards the mat. Here for a breath. And then both hands come to the inside of a foot. Release back to a 90 on that back leg. Straighten that front leg out in front of us. Hinge down at the hips. Oh. So we don't want to turtle. Not right now. We're just hinging. Pushing that chest down to our knee. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Taking this opportunity to practice our ab work with our breaths, right? Toes at least, not the whole foot. Want to keep that foot stationary, but wiggle those toes. Back toes like to help my front toes because we can't work as a separate team. We're all one apparently. And we'll point that toe. Flex that foot. and transition it. Yeah, left hip is just not near as tight as my right. So I don't have any music in the background. There is a specific reason for that, so I can get this posted faster without running into any copyright claims. So let's bring it on down. So make sure. I'll put a note in this when I send the link. Make sure to put your favorite yoga music on at the start. There won't be any in the background. It's just me and my breath, which smells like roses. All right, let's release that. Take it up to low lunge. Push back into those back toes just a little bit, not straightening that front leg completely. Hey, what that button just reminded me. We got another stretch we need to do. Add some love into the calves. Let's put some love into the shins too. We'll release back into downward facing dog. Into our forward bend. It comes up, arms to the all the way up into upper reach. Release down into mountain. So alternating face shift for this one. We're going to, that's what my legs told me, cross that right leg over our left. Take our arms into our eagle arms. Right elbow coming up underneath left. Big breath here. Release back. Left crosses over our right. Left underneath our right. Whoops. Release. All the way up. Just interlace those hands back behind us. Drop our head over to the right. Candle. See this microphone thing thinking of leads me to the oh, mic died and apparently need to charge it. That is why. hopefully, I talked loud enough you can hear me. Anyway. Let's switch to the other side. Oh gosh, yeah. Apparently all the tension's been on my right side because this side's way tighter than my left also. Same as my hips. Step into my ah. Time for legs against the wall. Bring it up and get in close. For some reason now, all of a sudden, it seems to be picking up my microphone signal. Maybe I just wasn't far close enough. Huh. All right. Well, hopefully you can hear me. So I'm going to leave you to your own devices for legs against the wall. I want you to do 10 breaths straight up, 10 breaths as wide as you can. Bring them back. 5 breaths. Drop to the right. 5 breaths. Drop to the left. 5 breaths. Back to the center for 10 breaths. Okay? So, do those. Don't skip your legs against the wall. You know how important it is. So, do your legs against the wall on your own. And I will see you guys on Tuesday.